Ice on my wrist, looking kinda cool. Bad bitch with me, she ain't tryna move. Niggas staring at me, what you tryna do? Got me looking at my watch, and it's time to do.
With banless season hype around us and Konami dropping that banless bombshell, I decided to take another approach. I mean, I already did my banless video. You guys can check that video out before this video. So yeah, man, this format's been crazy. This whole March season with the release of Settlement Grace has been insane. So with that being said, I debated and thought it'd be a good idea to give you guys the best tech cards for March going into April. Now, of course, mid-April this can change when we had to release some new sets, but for the most part, I'm gonna just talk about all the good cards I saw players taking throughout this current format, because we are getting a ban list in April. So with all that being said, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's begin. Start off with number 10, Raw Spear Mode. Now, Raw Spear Mode is a tech card that's been used in and out of different formats for different reasons. It's mainly used in formats when decks, let's say for example Settlement Grace surface, because they make big fields that say break my board. So in a format like everyone's trying to do break your board, like you have Settlement Grace, you have Pendulums bringing out Goliath, you have a lot of different players doing spam to the field, locks, etc. Raw Spear Mode is there just for you. For example, as well, we also have rogue decks like the one my homie did that topped the ARG, that topped the 2 with it with his Cyber Dragon Kaiju dinosaur deck. He makes a big dinosaur monster, make a Cyber Dragon Infinity. He could make, you know, anything that can kind of stop the opponent. Raw Spear Mode says nay. Now, in those games, the Kaijus are not great. Raw Spear Mode says nay. So with that being said, it has ran Raw Spear Mode on this list. If you're looking for a solid tech card to just help you guys out against break your board type of decks, Raw Spear Mode is there. I mean, it does require 3 tributes, which sucks. So you have to make sure you're using it when the right time comes. Number 9, Enemy Controller. Now, this is a tech straight out of the, I believe it was the Team YCS I saw it in. Yeah, it was a team, no. It was either the Team YCS or, yeah, I think it was a Team YCS. That one YouTuber, Blade Yu-Gi-Oh, ran this at the YCS, and it pit and work. And me being part of the Settlement Grace player group, they all say this card is pretty techy as well. It was ran during the Zodiac era, which in fact allowed a lot of Zodiac players to win their mirror match games. The enemy controller, the fact that it puts monsters in defense mode really ain't that relevant, but the fact it's a quick play that lets you snatch steal the opponent's monster, that's what's making it insane. You can gain so much advantage dodging card effects. You can do a lot with enemy controller. So, you know, I think enemy controller for what it is a solid card. Good tech card. I haven't tested it myself in Settlement Grace personally, because that's the main deck testing it right now. But any deck you have good advantage. Try this card out, just give it a shot, because it's just maybe the card for you. Forbidden Chalice. Now, this is another solid card. I don't believe no one's topped with it yet, but it's been in the talk of a lot of competitive players. It's mainly there to stop the artifact Lancia play, not the Lancia play, I'm sorry. It's mainly there to stop the artifact Scythe play. Now, if you guys have been living under a rock, a lot of players, mainly Settlement Grace and a lot of rogue decks, but main decking 3 artifact Sanctums, 1 artifact Scythe to Scythe the opponent and then OTK you on the following turn. What the theory is, when they bring out the Scythe, you can chain with the Forbidden Chalice and stop them from doing that. It's a pretty solid theory, and I think it's worth trying out. So if you're looking for a way to out that deck, this is the card for you. Now, a lot of people are thinking this stops Azathoth. It does not stop Azathoth, because I believe it's a continuous effect. It has one of the effects that just lingers whether it's negated or not, which is completely dumb in my opinion, but that's Yu-Gi-Oh for you. Rules do not make sense in my opinion. So yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Chalice. Check it out. Super Poly, another solid card to people who've been playing in this current meta, mainly because a lot of people like to run decks that run fusion monsters. For example, Settlement Grace. Some decks run all multicolored cards. They can run that one fusion monster whose picture I have on the screen right here. Can't think of the name right now. Super Poly is a solid card. If you're scared of Settlement Grace, it's a really great card to side against them. You can rent your own Bottom Chimera and just poke them in the butt for game. Nothing more to be said. Really good card to take out. Crusadia Reclusia. Now, this is exclusively for settlement grade decks. However, a lot of different decks, in my opinion, can run this card. Let's just go over the effect to see what it does real fast. You can special summon this card from your hand in defense mode to a link zone he points to. You can only special summon one Reclusia per turn. Now, if it's normal special summon to a link zone a monster points to, you can target one Reclusia card and one card your opponent controls, destroy them. And then you can only use that effect once per turn. So pretty much you target Crusadia, pop it to pop your opponents. I like it because if you're running a deck like Settlement Grace or just a link heavy deck in general, it's a 1-for-1. It could pop anything on the board, which is solid. And then other than that as well, it's a level 3, allowing you to make your Mirror Stalio in the Settlement Grade decks. One card a lot of Settlement Grade players have been playing, which is why I have it on this list. Is one of the cards ran in the March format. I personally played against a guy at the ARG using it, and it caught me off guard, almost caused me to lose the game. So yeah, this card's dope. Check it out. Shared right now, I don't know how much of a tech card this is, but I guess it kind of is a tech card because it kind of fell out of favor, and then players have started using it in the main deck. Some players are using it in the side deck. Overall, it's the same theory as Max C. In a dice roll format where you want to go first, if you're main decking this, it's essentially Max C. Every time your opponent adds a card from their deck to the graveyard or to the hand, you draw a card. Very simple, very good effect. Try it out. People have been running it. It's just the card to get you there. That's all they really said about that one. Denko Sekka. Now, this is mainly for like decks like Thunder Dragons, but other than that, no, a lot of decks, for the most part, I've been hearing has been taking this card mainly for Altergeist. Now, granted, the only decks that can really run this is Pendulums and Thunder Dragons. However, if you're running a deck that don't really need a normal summon, and the best decks to do it are those two decks, you're good to go. Or if you're scared of Altergeist, this could just win you the game, because decks like Altergeist literally set plans that they just set for and pass. You go draw phase, semi phase, they think you're going for an evenly match play, Denko Sekka, and that's all she wrote. You beat over that one guy and they lose pretty much. So, man, you know, tech and Denko Sekka could be really good. Side decking it could be great. Try it out to see which way works for you. But overall, people have been side decking this for mainly for Altergeist, and I think it's a good card just to keep in the back of your head for the near future. Gameciel, pretty much any kaiju, the kaiju engine. Always good to side deck, always good attack. People have been using it continuously in this current meta. I've seen a few people main deck it, specifically main decking it in their Sky Striker decks for the mirror match. I've seen people side deck it. Some people like my homie who did good at the ARG, he main decked it, made it part of his deck with the kaiju field spell. You know, kaijus in general, Gameciel specifically, has always been solid to use, specifically in metas where you have decks that rely on one monster. Like for example, Settlement Grade State, if you remove their link monster via kaiju, it immediately shuts off their trap, puts them in a hard position. It shuts off Sky Strikers, and that's pretty much, honestly, those are the only real decks you want to side deck these cards for. So yeah, man, Tech and Kaiju's main deck could be solid, and people have been doing it this format. Number 2, now this is something I saw on Ready for Duel's Facebook page, and it's a card I've been preaching about for a while now, and it's a really solid card if you go first. Different Dimension Ground. Just turn any monster into the graveyard to banish instead. Solid effect. You go first, set this against your opponent, set up your board, pass. If you're running a graveyard based deck and you don't want to run Macrocosmos in your main deck, this is the perfect card. Now yeah, if they beat you up on their following turn and wipe your board out, like their main deck in Regeki or some weird shit like that, then you're going to be having a hard time. However, half of the time against decks like Settlement Grade, Sky Strikers, you're pretty much you can hurt them. Like, losing a raid is real. Losing your salad monsters is real. So yeah, man, try it out, see if it works. Every deck can run it. That's the most beneficial part about this card. Every deck can run it, and a lot of people are not thinking about it. The last card is going to be kind of cookie cutter, but this card that was ran in this format as well. Mind Control. Solid card. Same theory as an enemy controller. Snaps up the monster. You can link with their monsters, which is really solid. Arguably, it's better than an enemy controller. Because enemy controller, you have to have a card to do something with it, while this, you don't really need a card to make it good. So, I mean, you can play with them both. They both have their pros and cons and drawbacks. However, I do like the variety that card like enemy controller give you, but I also like the freedom of a card like Mind Control can give you. So, man, with all that being said, tell me what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Like the video if you're new here. I would invite you to subscribe for more. I'm uploading as many videos as I can throughout the week. So with all that being said, once again, this is InnovationYGO, bringing you guys the spicy tech card video, and I'm signing out. Peace and stay innovative, guys. Deuces.